Him actually saying, we will continue to cut classes because we have to. We will continue to increase your tuition and blah, 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 whatever, if that is the avenue or the road path that Dr. Welty is going to go through. And I think that by using media and and by the public and the community of Fresno listening to him, we get more support by the community. I mean, I think that there is a path when you organize that you have to follow. This is the first of many more actions to come, in my opinion. I think that we force them to hear us, okay? And that's step one. Step two can be more aggressive. Step three can even be more aggressive than that. I think that it's fair. Okay, his secretary is, well, Dr. Welty's not here, according to his secretary.
He got to come back.
Okay, and we got confirmation. 1 second. He's not here to speak to us. He's not here to give us answers. So at this point, we wanted to. I think it would be a really good way to energize all of you to go back and organize more people to come back. Yeah, there's 1 second, compañero. So I mean, I think if you've ever organized before, and even if you haven't, I think that if they're willing to meet with you, take that avenue. If the door is shut on you, then you can react and have stronger actions against them. I think at this point, they haven't really shut us out. They allowed us up the elevator, okay? They were willing to come out and speak on Dr. Welty's behalf because he's not here. I think it's, I feel like they've done at this, today, they've done, I think they've met us halfway.
Nope.
In my opinion, this is me, one person speaking. He's not here.
When
and
he
I
gets
thought,
here, that's how
and
it
that
is.
was our primary target, is to meet with Dr. Welty. Go ahead, somebody else had something to say. Back here.
I do agree with you, and I agree with Mara. I think we should reschedule, have more our masks that we used to have, but we have it in written word.
Yes.
And written
We're
gonna
We have to know when.
But that's just what I can say. There's got to be an element of trust in all this. I'm not going to sign anything. You're going to take my word. You've
Why?
always taken my word. I've
look
never
where we
broken
got
my
it.
word. If you want to meet again, we will arrange to meet. But we're not going to start out a relationship with signatures.
Why not?
No, we're talking about trust here.
We've got no
And
trust.
you have
in
no
that's why
reason
we're
not to
here.
trust me.
No
No reason not to
confidence.
trust me. You have no reason not to trust Dr. Welty. We talked before about a path. I'm still concerned about the path. Right at this point in time, we are jeopardizing the safety of everyone here.
Can we make a walkway?
Keep in mind, there's some
please?
priorities here. There's plenty of opportunity for dialogue and discussion and critical thinking, and we will engage in that. I can guarantee you that.
We just need one skinny path right here. It's no problem. All right, go ahead.
If you guys are very simple, what you should maybe do is you should be leaders that you are on this campus. And if you claim you're not in charge of it, which you might not be, it's a lot of the state budget, it's a lot of the politicians allocate. I understand that. What we could perhaps do is we can lead, you know, maybe if Welty really cares as well, we can lead a campus-wide charge backed totally by the administration. And we should show the state of California what the UCs, CSUs, and all these people, and how education is more important than putting people that can't get education in jails, and continuing to put people in our prison system as an alternative to education and the future of our generation. And that if you can back such a charge, and I think that if you can do that, you could help out, you could do a lot of work to actually, you know, help further, you know, the cause of your future, you know, your children's future, your grandchildren's future. And if you could, yeah, you know, it's exactly that.
Somebody who hasn't spoken, right here.
To get the word out, because like everybody's going to need to really spread support about this, and like I encourage everybody to go home and like update your Twitter and Facebook statuses. Like that is honestly the best way to get the word out. We need to make everybody accountable for these actions, and so the faster that we get the word out and the more people to talk about this, and we can encourage it further, and then more people will catch on, and even the media will start paying attention to it, because when, you know, everything's on Facebook, they're going to pay attention to it. Look at Balloon Boy. So, you know, so everybody make sure that you remain active when you go home, and as many channels of communication as possible. You can't just do a word of mouth. You have to get online and start spreading the word to as many people as possible. I know you all have more than 200 friends on Facebook. That's it. Yeah.
I just have a quick question. So, do you guys think we could come up with a time and date right now?
They want a time and date. I think, can you negotiate that while we're here? They don't want to leave. If you want us out, that's going to be, it sounds like that's going to be the only way.
Are we going to wait for the phone call?
I think that's what, I think a big thing is that it's not so much that we want to stay, you know, until midnight or whatever. I think that we're more concerned about making sure, because you don't want to sign any signatures and saying we need to go on work, things like that. I think I speak for a lot of us saying that we don't trust you. Okay, so we want to wait for that phone. We want to be here to hear that phone call so that we know when to tell everybody else and to get that bigger crowd when we can go to satellite or wherever it's going to be that we speak, and we can speak to him. So we're just concerned about that phone call. When is she going to tell me that that phone call is if I'm in my dorm or wherever it is that I am? So we want to wait for that phone call with her.
I'd like to designate one person to please be in charge of a notebook so we can write everybody's email address down. Today, right now, like immediately. Polo, can I? All right. And be sure, please do not leave without signing in. That'll be the best way of communication at this moment. Is there any way that we can either schedule something so that they know when to come back? Because if you want us out of here, I think that's going to be the best way.
Well, yes, I think Michelle's going to look. Reality is, I mean, not trying to put you off, but it's difficult to make calendar changes and to add things on the calendar. If you've seen the president's calendar, if you've read his reflections, he's busy.
He's busy, but we are his university.
That's right. And so are the other 21,000 students here and 2,500 faculty and staff.
Which we could bring to our next event.
It's all I'm saying is that, you know, Michelle has a very difficult job trying to find a time that would fit for you and for her. She can try to identify some times. His calendar changes. When we do it, we want to do it right. And if something comes up that's unavoidable or we think is predictable, you're going to sit there saying, see, he didn't want to meet with us. I know he wants to meet with you. He is available to students. He makes himself available to students. It's a matter of trying to do it right the first time. And again, it goes back to saying, yes, Michelle will find a time. He will meet with students. He's never not met with students, whenever anybody's asked.
Aren't you angry that he's left you with this?
Not at all. Not at all. This is my job, to work with students. You know, my job is to be with you. I've been where you are.
It's also his job.
I've been on that side of it.
You shouldn't have to sit here and receive all this anger, because I am sending anger. I hope everyone knows that. I'm mad. Okay? He should be here.
We all are here together. We all represent each other. We all are trying to work together to serve you, whether you believe it or not. So whether I'm here or somebody else is here, we all still will talk. We all communicate with each other. We all can't be here all the time. That's why we work together. And believe it or not, we work together for you.
So I think if we can schedule something now, before we leave, students would feel more secure about this actually negotiating.
Wait until she gets there.
Because I just will call you and tell you when to meet, right?
Right.
By the end of the day,
It's not so much.
Her day is over at 5.
You only got another hour and 10 minutes, so I don't know about y'all, that ain't much time.
That's right, we'll wait.
She's going to
check. You want the satellite? Make sure that's available. So.
And we assume you want a fairly large venue?
Yes.
Okay, so that also requires finding a location on campus where it would be available.
You don't have to be the satellite.
If the student union is not available, the crew says outside. Amphitheater.
Sound is often a problem with that.
I think it's better we can do something at the Satellite Student Union. There's plenty of cameras, and we can get it all on film, everything. It'll be a little bit more structured if we're inside. If we're outside, people are gonna be yelling this and that.
What about the Save Center?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, State Center.
We want, I think it should be understood that we want